My name is Ken Temborski. I am the broker owner. Orlando Pena is one of the best salesmen in the area. One of the #1 salesmen in the area that you definitely want to call. We're going to talk about listings today. What do you think, Orlando? Listings are very important.
Yeah.
And you know there's a statistic.
Yes.
Once school goes back, we lose 51% of the buyers when school goes back. That's why it's so important to list your house now. Okay, tell me how you'd like to start somebody to list their house. How would it start? Would it start with a phone number to you?
Yeah, Kenny, we just not list the property. We have a job that have to be done before you even list the house. As soon as we have the call, we just meet with the seller. We just do like a preview checkout for what is needed in that property to be sold. Mm-hmm. We just recommend what have to be done before even list the property. If for example, if the kitchen doesn't have GFI, we just recommend to do some GFI. If the property have to be cleaned out, we have a group in the office that we can help out with the clean out. That's a job that we recommend to be done before we list the house.
And a GFI, just to break it down, a GFI is a ground fault interrupter. And what that means is 6 foot from all water sources, you need to have one. In case water squirts out and hits an electrical, it shuts it off. It doesn't cause a fire. That's very important.
That's very important.
What else do we need to do? Like example, the city of Hazleton's fantastic. Yeah. Okay, we got to do the inspection, which is mandatory. Yep. So tell me what we would look for to give them some knowledge ahead, what they should do or get ready for.
Kenny, in the city of Hazleton, when the city go there inspect the property, they usually look for a smoke detector on each bedroom, carbon monoxide on each floor, GFI in the laundry area, in the bathroom, in the kitchen, if there is any outside outlet. So any handrail, if there is more than 3 steps, they require a handrail. If there is any peeling paint, they have to be taking care of that.
How about behind the washing machine?
Also GFI.
You need a GFI behind the washing machine. A lot of people forget that because it's not just normal to see. Because once you plug a washer in, it's plugged in. Yep. But it's very important on listing a home. The same thing with putting money in a home. There's so much to declutter. There's so much to get out. Let me just say this. 90% of a home is sold through the front door. That's a proven statistic. I see the interest rates going to start coming down. I think, without getting political, I think President Trump is pushing to have the interest rate come down. Housing has been stalled. Yep. And when you have a good agent goes out of his way to do different things to sell your home. It's not just, thank you, sign the paper, we're done. And that's what a lot of them do. We are different. We will work that house from start to finish. We'll handle the problems that come up in between. We'll stand with you if there's any problems that come up. Yeah. Once the house is listed, we start working the house. We'll probably spend about $400 or $500 on every listing that comes out. Now, we're very fortunate. We sell most houses that we list. But if we don't, it don't cost you nothing. It costs you nothing to call us, 570-788-8500. You can ask for Orlando, you can ask for Ken, or the person on the floor can help you. Every day on the floor, this is a new person, a new agent. We have 22 agents, okay? So we have people that can help you. We don't have people sitting around waiting to run. We have people waiting to make an appointment. They will come out, or we'll come out if you want us, and we will go over it with you. We'll take a walk through the house. I gotta say, if it's me, you're gonna get 5 or 10 minutes of talk. I love to talk, okay? Orlando, he's a little more quiet than me. But at the same time, we'll give you some ideas. What we're looking for when we go through that house, we're looking for add-ons. Example, hardwood floors, right? Tile, okay? Kitchen, nice kitchen. Whether you have a granite Corian top, garages, we add on. Once we do an appraisal, and I won't say it's an appraisal, it's called a
Comparable market analysis.
comparison market analysis. And what that means is we take 3 houses that sold in your neighborhood in the last 6-month period in a 1-mile radius. We have to match your house up to one of them. And then we can add, we divide the cost by your square footage, and we'll come up with a square foot price. That's how we build it. We start from there. Then we'll build it by what extras we found. If it's a 2-car garage, you get an extra. If there's hardwood floors, you get an extra. If there's a newer heating system, you'll get an extra with air conditioning. There's all different ways. That's why it's so important that you let us come out and take a quick walk through.
Another thing is to list the price in the right listing price.
Yes.
Because if you list the property too high, it won't sit for months.
Right.
So that is very important. We do the CMA, what is comparable market analysis. That's going to give you the best listing price opinion, what could be to be sold.
Because what happens is the bank comes in afterwards. Let's say somebody wants to buy it. And let's use that you want a FHA loan, which is 3.5% down. Okay? What happens is a bank appraiser comes in, it's a third-party appraiser, it ain't the bank. They come in and do an appraisal. That appraisal has to match our number because it's called LTV, loan to value. And what that means is 96.5% of that money, because you put 3.5 down, so 96.5 has to make that 100%. If it's lower than what you bought it for, they're going to want to change down to that. So that's why it's so important we have to be so right. We have to be so close. And is there times we might have it at 250,000? But what happens is it comes in at 245. What happens?
So they only have to drop up the price at what is the appraiser value.
Right, because it goes by the appraised value. So we ain't out of the woods just because you got a sales contract. We gotta go through the process of selling the home, getting it to the thing, doing the city inspections, doing everything we need to do to get the appraisal.
Yes.
I'm Ken Temborski. This is Orlando Pena. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to the Aggressive Realty Show. I'm Ken Temborski. This is Orlando Pena. One thing that happened to us recently, and it happened quite often, we were very fortunate. Go back, the standard speaker has what's called a voter's choice. Voter's choice is a paper that goes out to everybody, and they vote on who they feel was the best realtor. They vote on who the best companies were. It's very important that it's kind of a self-pride of receiving it. Aggressive Realty has received 6 years in a row in our area the best real estate company. 6 years in a row it was voted on from the people, not from any individual, by the people of the Hazleton area, that Aggressive Realty is the #1 company in the area. And we have the awards to show it. Also, let me comment, 2023, Orlando Pena, out of all the realtors, Orlando was named Realtor of the Year. That is an award that is unbelievable because you know what? He earned it. He worked night and day, 7 days a week. Whatever it took, he does. That's the agent that you want to work for you.
But let me tell you something, Kenny. I have somebody that is sitting next to me that he won the Realtor of 2025.
24.
24, excuse me, 24. Maybe you're going to be winning 25 too.
Nah. And the nice thing is, and we're going to roll into commercial stuff after this. Me and Orlando has done a lot together. We do individual stuff and we do together work. When it comes to commercial, it's very important. So all I can tell you is you have Orlando, you'll have me. Sometimes on bigger stuff, we'll work together because we want you to have the two best there is working on it. It's not easy. Commercial's very hard. Orlando sells so much. He has, you know what Orlando's key is? And I'll tell you what it is. He's trusted. He has a following. He has a base that the people trust him. And it goes from mother, father, sister, brother, children. They call their relatives and recommend them. That's the type we like. We advertise. I mean, we do one of the best shows, and we get more response out of is the Sam Lasan show, or the Aggressive Realty show on his station. But you wouldn't believe we spend about $5,000 a month on advertising. We advertise in 17 websites. Your house is all over the country. Your business is all over the country. We advertise, we do the show, we do the paper, the newspaper, we advertise your house. For local people that grab a newspaper to look at it. We feel as though advertising is very important. I won't say nothing, all my competitors are good companies, very good companies. But look who advertises the most. Look who works and spends money to sell your home. That's 3/4 of it. You got to be able to be proud of the home you listed, correct?
Yeah. Also, Kenny, another thing that is a plus when you list a property with Aggressive Realty, we have a Facebook page from Aggressive Realty. You know how many members they have? 16,000 members. So as soon as we put up a listing and we put in this Facebook page, 16,000 buyer will see the property.
You know, and we're doing something else unique technologically.
Yep.
We pick several zones, one being, I'll tell you, one is 924 is Burger King. Every car that passes Burger King will get an automatic text with our company. And what that means is you'll see it reminds you we have that listing. Look it up right there. It automatically does it. It's amazing how many hits we get. We have 5 different locations throughout the city that it does. Now we cover, just so you know, we cover a general 25-mile radius of our shop in Sugarloaf. So that means we get out to Whitehaven, we get out to Bloomsburg, we get out to Ringtown, Zions Grove, Brandonville,
Pottsville, Shenandoah, Mahoney City.
Mahoney City. We get up to Shavertown, we get up to Wilkes-Barre. We're not just your little neighborhood place. We are all over. With 22 agents, and you know what? Again, most of the time, a lot of times, we're waiting. If your house comes up several days before while it's getting ready, my agents are all talking about it already. We know who's looking for what, who has this buyer, who has that buyer. You should call us immediately. Probates, if somebody passes, have your lawyer call us. We will do what we have to do to make it right. We will go in, we can do everything. If you're from out of town, you don't even have to come. You want to come meet us first, we sign a listing agreement, boom. We can close for you. We will send you the paperwork, the deed. You'll sign the deed, we can close the deal without you even having to come.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep, absolutely. We just closed one on Cyber Street. Seller moved to Maryland.
Yes.
We send the deed packages. They just send it back, notarize it. We do the closing for them. The title company, they just send the wire, and they were happy.
And what does that call you? And they can sign on the computer? DocuSign.
DocuSign, yeah.
We have DocuSign, so we could send it anywhere and it could be signed. Also, at that point, now we got a part of a family of his. We're going to do a subdivision for him. We're going to sell 2 places for him that needs a subdivision. What happens is if you do a good job, you're going to get something else. Again, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about commercial. My name's Ken Temborski, Aggressive Realty, Orlando, Pena, one of the best salesmen in the area. Welcome back to the Aggressive Realty Show. Aggressive Realty is based out of Hazleton, Sugarloaf, Cunningham. Our office is located on Route 93 in Sugarloaf. Let's talk about some commercial listings. What we've done this time, think about it.
Kenny, we've been doing a lot of commercial. We've done a big one on transportation in Hazleton.
That was motor transportation. The daughter's last name, fantastic people.
Yep.
They had the motor transportation garage, which was located on Holly Street, right next to the stadium, Harmon Geist. And they had 6 city lots went with it. We just sold that and closed on that with the help of them. What else did we sell?
We also sold, we just sold a restaurant in West Hazleton.
That's right.
Yep.
That went under agreement last week.
Yep. Also, we sold one on Broad Street that we just put in the contract. It was on July 8th of this month. I called the seller. We closed it on Monday. He said, what? Yes, that's why that you call us, because we are aggressive. She was expecting to close August 10th.
Yes.
And now we closing like 10 days before of the closing day. Because today we're going to be doing the city inspections. The title company do the search right away. And we closed it on Monday, Kenny. So,
are you familiar with West Broad Street? It had the fire. It was a double storefront with the apartment above that went on fire across from the old Amore or Kaufman's. Listed and sold in 2 days.
In 2 days.
And it was gutted.
It was gutted.
We also sold the Vibratech building on First Street.
Yes, we sold that one, yep.
Right? That's gone. Again, commercial is fun. Commercial is very detailed. Commercial doesn't only have brick and mortar. It has an income approach. So you have to bring in the income approach. We've already taken businesses, sold the business, had an auction and did the inventory, and then we sold the brick and mortar. We can do anything. You give us a call, we'll give you some ideas. Some of our experiences we don't have a problem sharing, but it's very detailed.
Yeah, and when it's about commercial, it's not like the typical buyer, first-time home buyer with 3.5%, 5% down. Commercial is a special buyer for that. You have to be either cash or we have to be get a commercial loan that is more particular than a first-time home buyer or FHA. But we have those particular clients on stock looking for commercial. That's why when pretty much we list any type of commercial, we have people waiting, clients waiting for commercial places.
And normally, there's always 2 people on that. The same thing in a divorce. I like to talk about that for a second. When it comes to a divorce, 2 agents work on that divorce. 2. One for the guy, one for the girl. I don't want the girl telling the girl more or the guy telling the guy more. I want fairness. I want 100% that they both know what's going on with the house, their sale. And we'll put 2 people on there, usually a guy and a girl, to sell that. But even with commercial, usually there's 2 of us on that. And to be honest with you, I have to be involved in all commercial sales to help. Sometimes I'm not even part of it, but I'll oversee it completely. It's very important. Don't be hesitant. We've sold, highest one I've sold is $3 million. Okay, I sold the building in 9th Street. I sold the Gans building to the school district. Okay, so the dollar amount doesn't mean nothing to us. It's getting it sold is what means everything to us. I don't care if it's a $10,000 commercial piece of property or a $3 million piece of property. Correct?
Yep. Can you please tell me, it is not, when you sell a commercial, it is about experience. Because how about the motor transportation? There were like some oil tank under the ground. Tell me a little bit about the experience, because it have to be somebody experienced like you.
We had to run a contingencies that removed the gas tank that was there. And it's being paid by the past owner, but we had to write a contingency in there that it has to be removed by a certain date. And you have to know the laws, what you're allowed to do and what you can't do, where you can put it, what you can't do with it. Very important to know that what the laws are. Or maybe somebody can't come up with all the money. How do you make this deal work? Well, one of the biggest things, and I've been doing it for 20 years, is called an installment sale. We can create a sale with two good people. If you have a good buyer and you have a good seller, you work for the deal. Okay, you don't sit there and I don't speak for the buyer, I don't speak for the seller. I present everything, or Orlando presents everything. We have to be fair with everybody. We have to know what we're doing. We have to know the laws. We've also, and I'll tell you, probably the last 5 double homes we've done, even one single one we just closed, you closed the other day on.
Yep.
We had to do the evictions. We do all the evictions. If a tenant won't get out, or we have an apartment house that they won't get out, and the buyer wants the property without tenants, we do the eviction. I do it, Orlando does it, and we do it right way, right through the courts. We have a system that we've worked on and it works. If anybody needs to do that, call us. If we sell the property, we will do the eviction with the letter from you guys giving us permission to represent you to do it. You don't have to be involved in it. You just closed on that one.
Yeah, that one was a little tough, but we make it happen. The tenant was giving hard time. They wasn't letting to show the property. It was kind of difficult, but we do the proper step, the proper proceed. We send the notice to quick letter. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she didn't quick. We have to go to magistrate. We won the case.
We have it served.
We have it served in the proper way. And thanks God that she moved out.
And a lot of times we'll try to find a home or an apartment for somebody as it happens. So again, it doesn't matter what it is. There's still a shortage of homes. We're working hard. Normally there's 1,800 homes in the whole flex system. We're only around 600 right now. Interest rates need to come down so that we can bring houses up. Also, stop listening to people on what prices they got for homes. Half of it's not true, it's exaggerated. We'll tell you what they got for the home, the truth, the lady across the street, the guy up the street. Some people are being fooled by thinking they're getting these major dollars, and they're not. We can find out. We have the resources of the computer, or we have programs that we can look up and see what a house sold for.
Yes, when you list in the right price, Kenny, the property guarantee will be sold within the next 10 days. We sold one on Hayes Street. In how many hours?
Yes.
You listed on Friday, there was like 3 showings.
And gone.
The same day, Friday night, you receive over the asking price.
Over asking price.
Over the asking price.
And we present it, accept it, and it's in process right now.
And you know what? The city inspection was done yesterday.
Yes.
So you get ready on your side.
I want to thank Hazleton. I want to thank West Hazleton. I want to thank Freeland, the people we do the inspections with. Hazel Township has been nothing but good to us, excellent to us. We have a great working relationship. We want to keep it. I'm Ken Temborski. We'll see you again probably in about 3 months. We try to do this every quarter. And my pal Orlando Pena, who is one of the best. Call us. You can ask for us. You can ask for anybody. Anybody who's on the floor is more than qualified to do your house.